Hello and welcome back. My name is Benjamin. I want to show you how I got this picture. I am very excited about it, and this was my second night out with my new Askar D2 O3S2 dual narrowband filter, which when mixed with the H-alpha O3 filter, it'll actually give me Hubble-like results, just like what you're seeing. And this is true Hubble palette, and I'm really excited. So let's see if I can duplicate this or come close to it. So here we have the two frames, the two integrated frames. This is on this side is the L-eXtreme. This side is the Askar D2. So you can see quite the difference. And first thing you'll notice is that I got my rotation wrong in my imaging. They're off by about 90 degrees. So the first thing I need to do is actually align them so that I can stack them and work with them. So for that, I'm going to use the I'm going to use star alignment. I'm going to use the Askar as the reference image, and I was already set up for this. Let's see, room selected. There we go. And I'll run this, and it's going to rotate and alter my L-eXtreme image so that it matches up with the Askar. So I can minimize this, get this out of the way, and you can see I did it by almost 90 degrees. I'm really not sure what I did. So not perfect. I'll figure it out. But this is now aligned properly. So next thing we'll do is we'll crop them so that we're only working with actual data. We're not working with areas that we can't match up. So I'm going to take the dynamic crop tool. Right here at the bottom, go right to the top. We'll worry about ratios later. I think I'm going to do this as a 1-to-1 ratio. It works pretty well as a square anyway. We drag our triangle over to the image that's not selected, and it crops. Then we use the green arrow, check arrow, and now they're both cropped to the exact same dimensions. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rename them. I'm going to call this one Extreme, because that's the L-eXtreme, and I'm going to call this one Askar. Alright, now we're going to solve them so that we can do a color calibration on them. So the image solver, first on the extreme. Yeah, it doesn't work like that, I know. Then we'll run the same image analysis on the second image. So let's highlight the image first, script, image analysis, image solver. After this, both images will be solved and we can do color calibration on them. Alright, spectrophotometric color calibration. We use the L-eXtreme on the L-eXtreme. That's interesting. Alright, it's saying it doesn't have a solution. So I must have done it wrong. I must have had the wrong one highlighted to begin with. So give me a moment and I will correct that after this is done running the spectrophotometric color calibration. Now what I was going to say is I don't have the filter data for the D2, Askar D2. So I just use the L-eXtreme on it as well for the color calibration, and it seems to work pretty well. Now we'll run the spectrophotometric color calibration on the extreme picture. And that's what we're left with. Two very different looking pictures, but two very nice looking pictures, and if I do say so myself. So I want my stars from this Askar image, is what I found works best. So we're going to run StarXterminator on both images, but we're going to make a star mask off of the Askar image so that we have stars to work with. I found that in playing with this, by combining the pictures and then removing the stars, you end up with weird halos and weird colored stars, and it just doesn't work well at all. So we'll leave this as Askar. No, we'll just call this stars, and we'll put this away for now. I'm going to take the stars out of the extreme image as well, but I'm not creating a mask this time. I'm just removing the stars. I don't need those stars anymore. Alright. Now I am going to separate channels. I'm going to take my L-eXtreme and split the RGB channels. And if you look at the blue channel, there's data, but it's very noisy, and it's pretty much duplicated by the green channel. But the green channel has twice the number of pixels and is therefore less noisy. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to throw away the blue channels. Just completely throw them away. Now the red channel for the extreme filter is our hydrogen alpha. The green channel on the extreme is our O3. So we can minimize the extreme filter. I'm going to do the same with the Askar. I'm going to split the RGB channels, throw away the blue channel, rename the green to Askar O3, and the red channel is our S2 data. So that's, you can tell that looks very different than the O3 data. It just breaks out very nicely. So we can minimize our Askar image. So we now have 4. We've got an H alpha channel, we have an S2 channel, and we have 2 O3 channels. So we want to combine our 2 O2 channels into one O2 channel. So we're looking. The extreme is a little less noisy, but they're both pretty much the same. So we're going to weight them. We're going to weight them evenly with the pixel math. We are going to combine them. So we're going to take Askar O3 times 0.5. I'm going to add that to the extreme O3 times 0.5. We're going to create a new image, and we're going to call this new image O3 because that'll be our master O3 channel. And we will create our O3 channel. So this is what we've got for an O3 channel. We can minimize our 2 individual subframe O3 channels and take them out of the way. So now we've got 3 channels, an S channel, an H alpha channel, and an O channel. So now we are going to combine them into an RGB image, an SHO palette, Hubble palette, true Hubble palette. And for that we're going to use L-RGB combination. It's already set up for me. This H out. We're not going to do a luminance channel, but we're going to do red is going to be our S2, green is hydrogen alpha, blue is O3. And what I found is that due to the pixel weighting because in the Bayer matrix, each whole pixel has, well, each array or matrix array has 2 green pixels in it. 1 red, 1 blue, 2 green. So we end up with a very green image when we stack these. So I've moved my channel weight down to 0.5 to get a more neutral look. And that's just kind of how it worked. I'm not sure if someone can comment if I'm doing this wrong, but that's the conclusion I've come to. So we're going to check chrominance noise reduction and let us apply global. And we'll close that, and we now have one. We can minimize these, get them out of the way. We now have one image, and it's really red. That's interesting. Now we'll do the background neutralization. And that looks very nice, actually. So we'll go into the narrowband. Actually, first let's run BlurXterminator. Let's run NoiseXterminator. What is that? Oh, there's a big hole in my... That's interesting. Was that there before? No. Let's run BlurXterminator again and see if we can do it without getting that big hole in the middle of my image. No, we got a big hole in the image again. Well, that is interesting. Let's try it one more time. And try it one more time. This didn't happen in the practice run, so I'm not sure what's going on. No, there it is again. Okay, no BlurXterminator yet. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I don't know what to say about that. If you do, let me know, but I don't know what to say about that. So now let us run narrowband normalization. Palette SHO. Look at that. We'll do the H alpha. No, let's do preserve. Let's play around with our highlight reduction, our brightness, O3 boost, S2 boost, and let's apply that. Now here's another thing I didn't understand. When I've not stretched the image yet, so it's in its linear state, but when I turn off the auto stretch, it still is pretty bright. I don't understand that. So I'm going to need to do some research and figure out why this is, but it's already partially stretched. It's partially stretched itself, and I don't understand why. But I will get that figured out at some point. I'll do a forum post, or if you know, let me know. Otherwise, I'll do a forum post. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do a simple screen transfer function stretch. So there's our screen transfer function and our histogram transformation. Drag our arrow up to the histogram transformation and arrow over to the image. And now it is fully stretched. We'll go into general highest hyperbolic stretch and darken. Go to linear. Darken our darks a little bit. Accept that. Histogram looks really good, so we're just not going to do anything else. Let's take our stars and let's stretch those. We're going to use the histogram transformation for the stars. That's not what I meant to do. Undo that, reset, and start stretching the stars. And stretch, 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 stretch. Stretch those stars. Let's run a background neutralization again on this image, because it's looking a little red. Now it looks a little green. Let's run it again. I guess that's pretty neutral. These colors, this SHO is just gorgeous. I love this so much. I'm so happy with this filter. I know it's a bit of a lottery with whether you get a good one or not, but I got a decent one, so I'm very happy. So we're going to screen our stars back in with tilde, parenthesis, tilde, image 16, because I forgot to rename it, times stars. Let's put our stars back in. What did I do wrong? It's a capital I. Let's delete that and replace the target image. Minimize our stars. Now we've got this. Let's go ahead and adjust the curves transformation some. Let's lower our black point. Let's give it some more contrast. Let's play with the saturation, see how it looks with the saturation boost. That looks nice. Alright. Let us run the BlurXterminator yet again and see if we can get the BlurXterminator to work without. I know you're supposed to use this in the linear state, but we play with it in the non-linear state as well. That reduced my stars too much. So we're going to back off the sharpening of the stars and the star halos and run it again. But no, I didn't see a hole form right in there like I was. There we go. Alright, and I'm going to crop this to a 1x1 square. So it is 2468 on the width, on the short side, so we'll do that. So we're losing some of it, but you know, that is what it is. I messed up the rotation. I have to figure out how I did that. Accept that. Now it is a perfect square image. And that is my current workflow. Actually, there's a black edge. Dynamic crop. Let's get rid of this black edge. It's still there. And it's gone. Alright, sorry. Nitpicking. That is my current workflow for an SHO palette with a 294 color camera, MC Pro. using 2 dual narrowband filters. And I must say I am very happy with the results so far, except for the rotation issue, which was my fault, not the filter's fault. My fault. So I will leave you with that, but I was very excited and wanted to make this video as soon as I could, and I'm very excited with the results. So thank you very much. Hit me up with any questions in the comments, and I will talk with you soon. Bye-bye.